Ashe Collective, and welcome to Nesia Star Tarot. So we're just going to pull a couple of general cards to see what the energy is, set our intentions for the month of, I guess will be an April reading, end of March, beginning of April. Aries season. Happy birthday, Aries. Okay. First card out is the moon. So the energy here would be, well, we are still in Pisces season technically. So this is like the energy of what's not seen, things being hidden, almost like the shadow of night, things being covered by the shadow of night. This could be like, it pulls me to moon rituals, charging your crystals, hopefully. Also recharging your energy, getting a lot of rest. The circadian rhythm is changing right now. Time changes. This is giving me the energy of Cancer, Pisces. And again, something hidden, things not being said, emotions or feelings not being expressed, but they're there, they're present, you just don't see them. Or maybe even it's like a lingering feeling or shadow of something that hasn't been expressed as of yet. 10 of Pentacles. This is, this represents, it's at the bottom of the deck, but it represents to me like established wealth, money, financial gains, success, long-term goals. Here we have the King of Swords. So this is an intellectual, someone who is very, I want to say cunning with their words. This could represent like a Aries, or I'm sorry, it's funny I'm saying that because Aries is their opposite, but the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. So it's someone who's very thoughtful, but in their opposite energy, both either way, well, actually this would be opposite, right? They can be somewhat cunning, conniving, calculated is the energy there, but they are in their upright position. So I feel like this is a very thoughtful person. Maybe that's what's being hidden, is like the thoughtfulness of some, like an intellectual, someone's intellect. They're hiding, or it's almost like deceiving at this time. Maybe not so much a deceit, but just hidden, because I feel like they're the swords here. So there is some truth that's being hidden from someone. Or someone's doing something like at night, so in the shadows, or keeping it like behind their back. If you see like how they're standing, their backs are to one another. So this could be hidden emotions that someone wants to come forward and speak about. I feel like it could just also be the energy of the moon. Ooh, with the bottom of the deck being the Emperor. This could just be the moon cycle, but I also get with this, that's that Aries energy. So they are in their like, what is that? Their South node. So their opposite energy. But this is giving me a lot of like dictatorship, control, wanting to control a situation. So maybe somebody's, and the moon can draw to like addictions. So things being out of control. So maybe someone's feeling out of control in a certain situation and they're not speaking up about it, but their emotions in the situation are definitely being drawn. I feel like it has a lot to do with family. Maybe like the two-sidedness of like feeling ties to the family is what, like feeling a responsibility to family, friends, work, like having to juggle multiple hats, multiple things, and multiple people. So it's like the hidden emotions behind it. Let's find out what the moon is. Let's clarify. What is this moon card? But it's someone that really is seeking some sort of financial stability or long-term goal or success is the energy here. That's a lot of cards, so we're not going to take them all. But I just wanted to clarify the moon. So we got 7 of Wands. This is someone wanting to stand their ground or hold this is holding your position. So they're trying really hard to hold on to the position that they're in. They're seeking this with the Hangman energy. This is Pisces. They're seeking a different perspective. They're like almost conjuring up different ways to, and that gives me again that King of Swords energy. But they're looking up different ways to try to use their magic or use their resources to gain a different perspective on a situation or gain a different vantage point. It seems as if like if this person really wanted to, they could free themselves from the situation, but they haven't yet. They haven't gained the right, I want to say they haven't gained the right perspective because they're still looking back at the home space. They're still looking back at the tower. I feel like the tower, until that crumbles, until something falls that has given them some sort of false sense of security, this person's not going to move forward. And then look at this. This is a counterpart, the King and Queen of Swords. So they have their back turned to this counterpart, or they're looking to gain a different perspective on the situation with a counterpart. This could even be like balancing the masculine and feminine energies within oneself. And that's like kind of a struggle right now because of the intellectual, like, and especially it's like being in your mind, like you're kind of two minds where it's like you're quick to cut things off. But also, like, when you do cut things off, it's coming from an emotional place. Like, it's coming from, like, repeated offenses, I almost want to say. So we may have, like, a repeated offender here. And I feel like this also has to do a lot with addictions and needing to cut out. Maybe something about home and stability is allowing someone to indulge in things that aren't good for them. With the Seven of Wands, I feel like they're very, that gives me that Aries energy as well. That Emperor energy is meaning like they're just still trying to like uphold their position or stand their ground or like be almost like a father figure, reputable in the society, that kind of energy. But at the same time, it's like hard to uphold this space because you have so many moving parts at the same time. The Hermit, yes, retreating into oneself for knowledge. So this is seeking wisdom, the energy of needing to go on a journey of self, needing to use one's intuition, use one's resources to guide. This is a lot of inner knowledge, a lot of inner work that needs to be done. This gives me the same energy as the moon, right? And I feel like it's a lot of work being done at night, when you work on yourself or when you have more time to work on yourself and your own goals. I feel the energy too, like communication is definitely needed in this situation, but I don't feel like until somebody changes a perspective about something, there is no communication. So there's a line being drawn in communication because someone's standing their ground until something changes. Something has to like take them off this and the Emperor comes out. Take them off there with Justice at the bottom. So this is Libra energy, and just as we've discussed, this is Aries, so this is opposition, just for one. This is like North and South node, but what am I trying to say even with that? It's just the opposite when you look at the planetary alignment. I don't know why my brain is freezing on that right now, but anyway, this is Venus. We actually were looking this up. The Aries represents, sorry, and they both have the same, is that Mars, the same planetary symbol? But this is Libra, excuse me, and Aries here, as you can see. But I believe this is both Mars for the planetary symbol there. I still need to look up and do my research on, because I even believe this is Aquarius here for the Hangman. And again, we have the Aries, or I'm sorry, I keep saying Aries. The Aries is here though, in my hand too. So that's like giving me a lot of like, I'm honestly getting a lot of judgment. There's a lot of judgment being placed here, especially with like the Justice card here. A lot of judicial, like someone possibly getting a lot of tickets, a lot of like going to court energy. This may even be over like child support, things like it's like somebody really being in a shadow nature is the energy here. Or like hiding this information even. But I feel like they're waiting. This is the energy of the waiting I was speaking on. They're waiting to free themselves from all this stuff that's going on. They're trying to hold the position of this relationship, but until they can get like justice in this situation, someone can't move forward. And then, exactly. Can I show you guys these cards? And I am pulling them from the top. So underneath justice, we have the Lovers and the Ace of Cups. So a new offer, a new beginning, a new emotional, but there's like a lot of mental worry right now, confusion, miscommunication, nightmares, even like a lot of dreams. You're communicating on a different level. It's very emotional. You're sending emotional thoughts to one another, I even want to say. But this again would be that it's twin flame energy, but it's also your masculine and feminine. So it's like there's almost like a lack of communication, I feel like, between the sides of you that want to protect you, as far as the masculine, and the feminine side that wants to nurture you. You're torn in between the two because I feel like there's hidden things that you're not, there's shadow aspects of self that you're not willing to address right now, such as like addictions, codependencies, things of that nature, maybe even financial issues, worry, fears, things like that are holding you back. And until you can see your strength to stand in your position, stand in the position of self, where you become this emperor, this boss figure, right? You're gonna be looking or waiting or like holding yourself back, holding yourself in a position. And this is Aquarius energy. They're always seeking freedom. They're always seeking more or further understanding. And that was that Hermit energy too, with that understanding of self, right? Going on that self journey. So, and once you do that, once you gain that perspective, like the divine counterpart will naturally align. That's the energy I get here. That's the universe coming in to bring in this justice. Because it's like the two are working together. They want to work together. But as of right now, there's a mismatch, I feel. This is a counterpart all the same, but the mismatch of energy is the shadows. There's something being hidden in this partnership, or something not, it's like some sort of bridge that's being built, or that's being torn down even. Maybe those are the bridges of communication. Those were the things that you had in common at one point. Those are breaking down because maybe new, more sturdier foundations need to occur. Or somebody needs to get stable grounding. Somebody needs to get to a financial place where they can be that emperor or the empress, right? The female version of themselves that they see themselves being. But this is like in your in your highest form. So regardless of what you decide to do or what it is that you do, this is doing it to the best of your ability. This is being satisfied with like the decisions you've made, the position that you're in as of today, the jobs that you have, the family that you've created, like the kingdom around you. Loving your neighborhood, your neighbors, enjoying your pets, enjoying nature, like really being able to go out and spend time and ground oneself. But also having the spark of life and spark of energy. The universe is here to call justice on some sort of karmic situation that's occurred. It's almost like rebalancing of the scales is what I'm feeling, because it's like that tipping of the energy. Somebody's either way too defensive, where they're cutting things off really quickly with the feminine energy. Like it's almost like people could look at you wrong and you're willing to almost snap. Or it's the masculine energy, where it's like, because you've been in certain situations before, when you make a decision to cut something off, you mean it. You mean it because you're tired. Like it's like an emotional, it's like how memories create feelings. You've gone through so much of an emotional registry or feeling that now you can create an emotion behind it, so that these emotion drives the sword and gives you the strength. You're pulling strength from like how you feel about stuff, which is not like a air sign quality, which is why it's even more deadlier to me, because it's like, it's not, creating feelings off of things that are non-existent. And maybe that's a toxic trait about yourself that you're not willing to admit, but it's based on how you feel about things, not of things in actual existence. Because the feeling is within you. Nobody else is feeling it. So justice may be here to recalibrate. Yeah, and that's the message. Ashe. I hope this reading helps you guys. And remember, take care of yourselves and each other.